to him. So the last year has been filled with many highs and many lows. Are you excited for a big night? Yeah. All together for a group hug. Papa's rocking it tonight. Great end to a not so great day, but this was a great end. All we want is for you to get better. Everything else is irrelevant. That's right. We wish you nothing but the best, mate. That is the absolute truth of it.
The cancer's been re-diagnosed, but I've still got it. I think we've now come to realise that I'm never going to be rid of this.
Tonight, all of us being together has just been excellent.
Well, in December last year, Andrew died of liver and kidney cancer, and in order that his brother's death might help others, Peter's taking on a new venture in his memory, and he joins us now. And thank you for being here. I know that this isn't easy for you.
Yeah, I mean, today is all about a positive angle on this. You know, I was saying before that when a tragedy happens in your family, you get angry at the disease, you turn your back on it, you don't want to know about it. And then eventually you turn around and say, hang on a second, you know, we've got to do something, because there's many families that are going through this now.
Well, that's it. I mean, when people talk about cancer and, you know people who are affected by it, but when it happens to you within your own family and that close, and you and your brother were incredibly close.
Yeah. And, you know, I say sometimes, you know, people lose friends and they lose distant relatives and they feel sorry, but there's not a pain that you feel when it's directly. And it's all my brothers. We're all my brothers, my mum and dad, my sister. It's still a very, very trying time, but there's got to be something we can do to turn this at least in some way to a positive. And that's what you're doing, and you've come here today to talk to us not about those negative parts of your life, but the fact that you will turn it around, and that's what you want to do. So in which case, how are you going to do that? One of the things that you want to highlight is early detection. Yes. Look, guys are stubborn. I'm very stubborn. I mean, how long would it take? How long my parents been saying to me, go get checked up, go do this, go do that. And we're like, yeah. And guys, especially guys from what I know, we wait until something's really, really wrong, or until your partner's nagging you to go. And eventually you go and get checked up. And sometimes, you know, you've left it too long. Early detection is key, because if you go, you've got a little niggle, you just go and get checked up, which is hard to do, to make appointments and go. But you can save your life. It's unbelievable how early detection works.
Well, you're working with Cancer UK, aren't you? And you set up this project that involves 2 mobile buses, am I right, that are going to travel round the country where people can go on them and do exactly that, go and get checked.
Well, this is the whole point. Basically, I've teamed up with Cancer Research UK, and what we've decided to do is, if we raise $500,000 a year, which is, it's a lot, but we can fund these 2 buses to go around the country. And for people like me, stubborn people who don't go and get checked up, if you see a bus and you're in your lunch break and you know there's cancer nurses on board, you know there's a private room in there, no appointments, you can just walk on, you've got the slightest thing bothering you, you can go and get checked up. And the whole basis of it is to say, we want to make sure you're okay. We don't want people to be scared of it, because if you detect it early, chances are you're going to be fine. How close are you to getting your buses? We're launching in the next couple of weeks, and you know, on my website it'll have all the information. But we're ready to go. In another area, you've been working with us at the Royal Marsden, haven't you? Yes, which has been amazing. The Royal Marsden, I still, you know, as much as things, you know, haven't worked out exactly how we've wanted them, the trial drugs that we used are incredible, and I go and visit people there that are there 15 years later saying, oh yeah, just coming up for my checkup, I'm fine. There's so much. People are looking at the statistics of 1 in 3 people being affected by cancer, but there's millions of people that are being saved. There's more people being saved now than ever before. Well, these are 5 parts. It's a 5-part series which you've made for us this morning. Starts in May, and that's right the way through from treatment to effect. You're looking at chemo and the effect on the patient through that. Absolutely. And, you know, I'm nobody. I'm not coming here thinking that I'm going to, you know, change the world. I just want to be one me and my family want to be help get one step closer to the cures, and they're getting so close. Their trial drugs are phenomenal, alongside with chemo. Some people use them alongside or just on their own, but honestly, cancer research is so close, and it's so important.
Last Thursday, your ITV2 show, Peter Andre My Life, began again. I imagine, whenever this show comes around, it must have been particularly hard for you this time to sort of get back up and start it again after what had happened.
Yeah, it's sort of a slight catch-22 because, you know, we're obviously... it's when is the right time to start? I mean, you know, this is going to... My brother Michael said to me, when a situation happens, you don't get over it, you just get on with it. Such a right thing to say. And you do go back to work, and some days you think, what am I doing? Why am I back doing this? I shouldn't be doing this. And then there's other
Sometimes the distraction is good.
I was going to say,
but
sometimes you need it.
It really helped me. It really did. You know, yes, you slightly grieve publicly, but you deal with things front on. And I feel, I'm so glad. I mean, the show seems to be doing well. I've got to admit, and I shouldn't really admit this, but I didn't see the show. I didn't see it. I will see it. I've taped it, but I haven't seen it. But it's still, because I've lived it, it's not as easy to watch it.
Yeah, I bet.
Sorry?
I said I bet. It must be really tough. But all you're doing, I guess, is sort of portraying exactly that real life, and there'll be families that are going through exactly the same as you at that time.
It is true. And, you know, and again, you know, I don't want to preach anything. I just want to say that I can't tell you how just going and doing something, you know your body, you know when you don't feel right, you know it, but a lot of times you just won't do anything about it, and it could just make all the difference.
Well, you've gone through, as you've said, as a family, gone through your darkest time, but in some respects, this is, you say, the happiest time of your life, because you found a new partner who's really seen you. When you know someone in the worst of times, then the best of times are even better, aren't they?
That's so true.
She's an amazing, amazing girl, and you know, being completely out of the industry that we're in, and you know, you can go home and talk about things that are completely different.
And this is Emily.
Yeah, she's a lovely, 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 lovely girl, and she, you know, she's out there saving lives, and she's, you know, I mean, in a year from now, she'll be Dr. Emily Mack, so I'm really proud of her.
I can't believe how much the children have grown.
I know.
I mean, they're just little people. They're like grown up.
And taking over. I wanted my credit card and my car. And my
Tell me
son,
about it.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to give it to them.
Because they get stronger and stronger, you know, because there comes a point when you can't wrestle it out of their hands.
Absolutely. It's happening now. They're great kids. They really are. Bit showing off a bit, but then they probably took a little bit from me.
Peter Andre My Life is Thursdays at 9 on ITV2. We'll put details on the website of Peter's charity and the work that he's doing there, and also don't forget that 5-part series that Peter's done for us at the Royal Marsden Hospital starts in May.
Thank you. Lovely to see you.
Thank you guys for having us on. I really appreciate it.
Right, competition time now.